can't play with us. See where this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much, actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard, for your mom to your pop, to the beat, to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog, I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I been so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't riding. We break you down like a pound. I got it.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, as it's called, CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch 54, watch 54. Not here. No. Off. Deuce. Hey, check 24.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Green 80. Mike 59. Defense wins championships, baby.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Check 50.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Target. Shoot. Mike 54.
Wilson. It's Hill, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the shotgun, Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here we go. Go right in. Shoot. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 13. Check. We're going to 54. Right in. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check. Crunch. 26.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Here we go. Right in. Here we go. 47. 24 is the milk. Check. Watch twist. Here we go. Go to 54. Right in. 47. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taken right around the 44. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Mike. 280. 59. All day. All day. Check 52. One left. One left. Alert. Off. 59 is Mike. 59 is Mike. Check. 59. 3 buzz. 14.
Penny, a first down carry. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he cuts it out. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, 45 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Oh, Amari Cooper couldn't pull it in there. And that'll bring up second down.
Here we go. 4-8. Watch the ball. Hey, kill. 47. Hustle. Come on. It's a party now. 26.
Now Prescott. The throw taken in by Cole. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Watch the twist. He's coming. We got double up.
Prescott now from the 50. Steps away to his left. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
150 for Lion. Undercut. Over 150 for Lion.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Seahawks 16-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Everyone's got 4 down.
From the shotgun again to Elliott. He will push his way down to about the 14th. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
It's our time. 24's the mic. There we go. Kill. 24's the mic. And watch your leg. 6. Hey, 47.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
A 31-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the run.
On first down, Wilson. Open man is Trey Burton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Green 80. 5. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 30. 555.
From the 31, Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Right there. 54 Mike. 3 buzz.
After the penalty, it's Penny. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Damon Harrison on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. at the 10-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Cowboys 3.
Green 80. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Right left, check.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
Luka T. Mike 54. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull the guy, 4 down, 4 down. Mike 54, Mike 54. Go. Go. 54.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the... And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. One is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Switch. Go to 54, line. You go tight. Go, get out there.
Throwing, Prescott, being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
24's the mic. No chance. 24's the mic.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Aguilar has it. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
46. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 99. SOS. Then we're going to 53. SOS.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check, 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 check. Joker, 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 joker. 26.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Intended that time for Cooper.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Check. Let's go, let's go. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. You ain't got it.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Mike's 59. I'm coming for you, Mike. Check. Hey, hey. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Go, guys. 4 down, 4 down. 36 power. Check 59.
Now it's Penny running right. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
12, 12, 12, 95, 95.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Mike, 54. Heavy, heavy on the edges, heavy on.
All go special. All go special.
10. Watch the eye. Tighten up, tighten up.
14, 14, got it.
Check, check, check. Hey.
Push left, push left. Nice.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
24 is the
47.
Man, they're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Right in.
Lucky.
Here we go. Go to 53. Under.
Bang.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Flush to his right. Out to Cole on the right side. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Here we go. Slide in. 47.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Come on now. Let's go.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
Gun.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On second and 11 now. Prescott, he's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
24's the mic. 24's the mic. Hey, I'm coming.
Kill.
24's the mic. Down to lose one. That's it. 24's the mic.
Go. Get out there. Get 26.
Prescott from the gun on third. And that is incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
I'm scared.
Now Rashad Penny, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
It's now third down and
Let's get it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Push the team.
right there. 54 Mike. Yeah, that's what I do. Check your hot read. Take 4, take 4. Watch that.
Tempo.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And going deep for Hill. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it. And it brings up fourth down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
Kill.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me.
We're going to 53.
Watch the shot. Jack. Back.
Prescott now, escaping the pressure right. He's got the connection to Cooper. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
Hey, 47.
Long day.
Here's Prescott. It's caught by Aguilar. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Prescott now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Now Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Kill. Here we go, 46. Exit. 34's the mic,
Prescott to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Got four down. 26 Mike. Ricky.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. It's complete to Cole. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
We're going to 53. 24's the mark. We're going to 54. One in. Here we go, 47. Sweat.
A first down throw for Prescott. Open out on the left side. This is Cole. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Watch out. Check the backer.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
At the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Tight right. Even. 4 down. Even.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Dancing to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. 3rd down now to follow.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
25, check 25, check 25. Kill.
Penny. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Rush in.
They keep it with Penny on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
My spot 4. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Gun.
This is Penny. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Wilson now, operating from the gun, eluding the pressure, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Check tight. Check tight. Deuce. Hey, kill. 47. Hey, we're going to 53.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
47. 24 is the mark. Under.
Prescott on first down. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jadeveon Clowney just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. 10th carry now for Elliott. And Elliott run! A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
47. Gun. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A gain of 32 that time. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Kill. We're going to 53. Check 52.
Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Cowboys on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
We're going to 54. Line.
Shit. Check 31. Check 31.
Done.
I got him. On me. 24 is the mic.
26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot a bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
They're going to get 9 here on 1st down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
I'll go special.
Undercrush.
Again, it's Penny. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
At the 43-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now it's Penny. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Penny. And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 50-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Switch.
On the run, it's Penny. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They run it with Carson. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's a give to Penny. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 9.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
You got tape. You got tape.
And they'll run it again with Penny. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move